Previously on Tales of the Omega Astria, the party encountered the Elder Clerics and plotted about making the ritual to revive their fallen comrades a reality. They then returned to the halls of Percival von Donner's space yacht and defeated Granada, the security guard, and her men, who were attempting to bring the Azure Star to the main hangar. This is where the party met Iva the Crone for the first time, who agreed to let them use the star in exchange for their assistance with defeating Lord Tratus, a common enemy. And when they were traveling to take treasure from Percival's main collection, they were interrupted by a message from their crewmate, Timbley Bibbs, informing them that Jade the pilot had performed a mutiny with their ship, the Bronze Phoenix, and left them behind. Now, the party must find a way to take back their vessel so they can regain access to the bodies they wish to revive, the only reason they came here in the first place. Alright, I'll leave it to you guys. What would you like to do?
Jade, you turn this ship around right now.
Go on out of here, lady.
How far away is the ship from us if I, look out the airlock?
You just want to, look out a window?
Yeah.
You look at, give me a perception check, I guess.
Oh, perfect.
You hear that message, Erebus immediately runs to a window.
Right outside the window.
What'd you say?
22.
22. Alright, you're looking. They're probably not in this direction.
Alright. I look at my companions, I'm like, should we just ask Ida for help catching our ship?
Yep.
Alright.
That makes sense.
Should we still get the treasure, or should we just forget about it?
I would like the treasure, yes.
Yeah, treasure. Go get the money.
I guess we're going to get the money. Jamal cares more about the money now than Devon's body.
Alright, you guys continue down the corridor. A automatic door opens up, and you're in the section that Percival mentioned the office being in. But before you see a door, almost where the door should be, you're stopped by something truly strange. There is a wall of pure darkness, appearing like a pool of water that stretches out from one side of the room to the other, and it's completely still, silent. There's no water falling from the surface. It just looks perfectly flat, no ripples or waves, as if it were made of glass or obsidian, just slight movements, suggesting that it's liquid. The surface is smooth and polished, and it reflects everything like a mirror, including your reflection. You can see yourself staring back, and there is something unsettling about it because the wall is not a perfect reflection. It's almost like it's showing something more than just your physical appearance. Like, for example, cock seems to glow a little bit.
Is there a key card spot? Because I have the card to the office.
Is there a key card? What? What do you mean?
A place to put the card I took off the security chief's body that would let us in here?
Nope, you just see what I just described.
I stick the card in the wall.
Okay, so you walk up towards the wall and you want to put your hand through?
Oh, the key card thing I got.
Just the key card?
Yeah.
Alright, you begin to motion towards the wall. Is everyone staying back in the hallway?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay back in the hallway for now.
Alright, so Erebus walks forward and begins motioning his keycard towards the water wall. And then you notice a faint ripple on its surface, and suddenly there is a reflection looking back at you of a hooded specter that materializes in the wall. And the ripples continue to spread out where this person sort of moves its head in your direction. Just a cloaked figure with a hood. It shimmers and flickers as if the wall is maybe struggling to contain the power of this being. Despite you not being able to see his face because of the hood, you feel an intense gaze in your direction, and he sort of cocks his cloaked head at you.
It's not like a reflection of a potential me, it's like a completely separate entity.
You're not sure.
I move my hand.
You enter the key card into him.
Yeah, I just start making out with the. Yeah, I guess I put the key card up against the rock waterfall thing.
All right, you put the key card in, and you can see ripples coming off of it. Nothing else happens.
All right, I take the key card back out.
Take the key card back out. It's now got this black darkness all around the edge of it, and the figure sort of reaches into his cloak and pulls out what looks like a small clock and holds it out to you.
I take the clock.
Okay, you reach for the clock. He sort of pulls it back just a little bit.
Are you prepared for what lies beyond?
A voice comes from the wall.
Probably not. I take the
I got a
clock.
bad feeling about this.
Alright, you take the clock. It comes through the wall. You hold it in your hands. There are like black marks on it as well. And when you look back up, the figure is gone. The clock itself, it's smaller than like a wall clock. It's like something you'd hold in your hand.
Pocket watch.
A little bit, but it probably a little bit bigger than that as well. You don't know what time it's set for because the numbers don't make any sense. They're strange symbols, and it's moving quite quickly. There's only one hand on it, and it moves quite quickly.
Has the door changed at all?
Nope, still this watery black wall.
Has my surroundings changed at all?
No, you can still see your party behind you. You're still on board the ship.
Well, boys, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and I just walk into it.
Ooh.
Okay, you all watch Erebus walk into the black wall, and he disappears. He walks through it.
Does he like disappear as soon as he touches it, or does he?
No, he walks through, and you can't see him anymore.
Trying to get myself killed, guys. Let's do it.
I think we're all just shocked and mortified at what we've just bear witness to.
And Cock has sewn his mouth shut.
Like
It hurts.
So I walk through the wall.
Yep, I'm waiting for their reaction.
I said something.
What'd you say?
I guess someone else talked at the same time. I said, together to the end, and I ran through as well.
All right, Brock runs into the room unless someone stops him and runs through the black wall.
Jamal will look at Cock and just be like, do you trust this void of potential death and despair?
I'm gonna try looking through Erebus's eyes.
Ooh, good idea.
Um,
And Jamal is just not going to go through. Fuck that.
that's with your spell, right? Can you read me the spell again?
Yeah. You can use your action to touch a willing humanoid and perceive its senses until the end of your next turn. That probably wore off. I can't see shit anymore.
Unless I'm just constantly carrying around a bit of cock that's always touching you, you know.
Ayo.
Nah, I'm kidding. That'll be a good plan for the future, though.
Yeah, chop his finger off.
Stick
He
up
does
with
it. He does it to everyone else, so might as well.
Oh, you can use one of your actions to maintain concentration, extending the duration of it. Thus why I could see the entire time he was in the vents.
Mm-hmm. Okay, if you say you were keeping concentration on that.
I like to think I was.
Okay. So I guess I'll describe it for Cock and Brock and Erebus.
Cock and Brock and Erebus.
There is a spinning sphere, probably 20 feet long, 20 feet up in the sky. Grayness all around it, but this black sphere spins, and there's like cracks in it, so you can see wiring inside, and it just spins. And that's what you see. That's what Cock sees.
Is there like a button on the watch I can push to try to stop it or something?
You can't do anything. But that's what Cock sees.
Oh.
They're not dead.
If they're not dead, then Cock, use your magic.
I was not expecting this at all, sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Use my magic to what?
You can see on the other side? Because you could just use the
yes.
spell on me and... Okay, never mind.
Yes, I can still see through Erebus's eyes, so I know that he has not been vaporized.
No, that's all I need to know. And I just walk through.
Oh. Why is everyone following me?
Alright, Devon walks through.
Jamal.
I'm gonna
walks.
sit outside
Jamal
on the
walks
floor.
through. Same person, sorry.
Jamal number 2 walks through. 17 separate Jamals walk through one at a time.
What'd you say you're doing, Andrew?
I'm gonna sit on the floor in front of the wall.
Alright, you sit on the floor in front of the wall. You look at your reflection, this glowing version of yourself.
I'm gonna keep watching Erebus too and see what goes down in there. In the DMs, as it were.
You just see this sphere floating in the sky, spinning. Maybe some sort of magic coming off of it, but you're not sure.
Yeah, I got us all killed.
And Erebus isn't moving.
No. He's just staring up at this thing.
Ah, fuck it, I'll stick my head in.
Alright. You begin walking towards the wall. As you get closer, you notice some differences in how you look in your reflection. Your skin is far more green than it usually is, which is strange. But there are these like large spikes that come out of your shoulders and tiny spikes that line the top of your turtle head. You just look a little bit more monstrous as you stare at your reflection, this glowing version of yourself in the wall.
Ooh. Touch my head and then realize I don't have spikes and I'm like, god dang it.
Aw. You walk through?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you walk through. Alright, what the fuck do I do now?
I could play for this.
You thought you could stop us from getting the treasure?
They're now stuck in the void forever.
Now Devon's turn to rescue us?
I have to think. It's less about what's immediately gonna happen and how much time is gonna go by.
Why do we keep getting in these time travel situations?
I don't know why you guys don't ask. Okay. Gonna have to go off the notes a little bit. Okay, so everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
6.
7.
19. I have a +7 on Constitution.
26.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Cock and Brack. You suddenly realize what you're looking at. Your head becomes able to move, and you can feel your body once again as you stare up at this sphere in the sky. And you look around, you see, for a second it looks like snow, and then suddenly the walls around you are no longer gray, they're green, and you think you're back on the ship, but this sphere is just spinning relentlessly above you, giving off some sort of magical energy. But for the moment, you are able to move around. You can see Jamal and Erebus stood next to you, staring up at this thing. And to Cock and Brack a little bit because he was there. It does give off similar magic to what the Pandora's box was giving off, but it's far less chaotic. Clearly, this was just meant to stop somebody from moving forward.
Okay, good. How far away is it?
It's 20 feet up in the sky.
Okay.
Dispel magic.
And you can see, like, now that you're not sort of under whatever it was doing to you, you can see that it's not, like, floating in the sky. There's actually, like, a rod that connects to it, and there's, like, wires wrapped all around it as it spins. The shell spins.
Should we kick it?
Are you able to kick it?
Can we move?
You try to move forward. Currently, your legs aren't moving.
How far away is the rod?
The rod connected to the orb?
Yeah.
Like 40 feet in the air.
Wait. I thought so. The orb is 20 feet away, but the rod is 40 feet?
Yeah, so if you had to go 20 feet to get to the bottom of the orb, the orb itself is about 20 feet long, and then that would be where the rod starts.
Oh.
The room around you is not...
I can't get to that.
Yeah, the room around you is not as small as the corridor you were on, but the walls look similar to the ship you were just walking through.
I'm going to try stepping backwards.
Okay, you take a step backwards, your feet do begin to move, and you can feel a weird feeling in your body like you're being pushed as you step backwards.
Pushed backwards, or what?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to pick up Erebus.
Alright, you reach out towards Erebus, you grab his arms.
Does he successfully move?
Are you pulling him towards you?
I would like to physically put him on my shoulder, yes.
Yeah, you can do that. You're strong enough.
I will then keep walking backwards.
Alright, you take like 2 more steps backwards, and suddenly you find yourself back in the other room. The wall still in front of you.
Do we witness this, or like,
no?
do we hear?
Brock
probably does.
Yeah,
but I don't think you would.
You are now covered in black scars and dust all over your body. Erebus, the second he gets pulled through, begins to cough up this black, sort of weird magical essence. But he becomes conscious once again.
Well,
Oh,
we
hey.
gained nothing, so let's get out of here.
We should probably try to save the rest of them, though. Or I. Or you can try to figure out how to get in there, and I can go get them.
Can you dispel magic at all?
No, I cannot.
Are the people who came with us to the vault still here?
What do you mean?
Like, didn't some of the Ida's crew come with us, or did just the 4 of us come?
I think it was just the 4 of you.
Are there any notifications on our communicators?
Not since the last one you got.
Alright.
Which you guys didn't respond to.
I thought we did.
No.
I'm gonna hold my breath and walk back in.
Okay, you walk back in. Roll
Wait,
me a
before you go.
Constitution saving throw.
Before you go, I hand him a rope so I can then help pull him out.
Okay. Do you have a rope?
Yeah, 50 feet of rope.
All right. You hand him
I
a
think
rope.
I'm the only one who doesn't have rope.
All of us just have like a bundle of rope tied to our back, holding the rest of our stuff together.
What do you
You
do?
currently have my rope.
Yes, I have Brack's rope.
You step back through. Before you do that, Brock, what are you doing?
I'm just, not being able to move anything except my head. I'm kind of just watching, making sure nothing's else is coming.
You witnessed Cock seemingly be able to move backwards, if you want to try that.
What, like move backwards?
Yeah, the thing I just said.
I thought my legs weren't more. I couldn't move my legs.
You said you
couldn't
wanted
move
to.
them forwards.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
But
Sure,
then
I'll
I
try.
walked backwards and then left.
I'll move my right leg just a smidge backwards.
Yes.
just to see if it works.
You can, and it's almost like something is pulling you in the direction backwards. It feels like there's something that doesn't want you to go forwards.
How close is Jamal to me?
He's like right next to you.
All right, I grab him
Okay.
with both my arms, grab his arm, and I start walking backwards.
Alright. So as you exit, Cock walks back in. This is the best way we could have started this session.
Is there anybody in here other than me at this point?
As you sort of slowly move your head around, again, it just looks like a room on board the ship, but it's like phasing in and out of trying to be like maybe like a snow biome. Like it's trying to show you something else, but this sphere is giving off this energy that's pushing you back. You don't see anyone, you don't think. It's hard to tell. It's hard to keep concentrating while also keeping yourself out from being taken in by this magic.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the Cube of Force
Okay, so you...
and activate spell face number 4, which is spell effects can't pass through the barrier.
Spell effects.
To see if that helps at all.
Okay. Alright, you pull out your Cube of Force. You slowly bring your hand over to press the side that you want, and you feel the wall expand around you. It doesn't feel like it's holding back whatever this thing is. It's more than just magic.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant as well, after putting the cube away.
What does casting that spell require? What are the requirements of it?
It's the components, a bit of string and of wood, and 1 action.
Does it require saying something?
It doesn't specify that it does. So that would probably be up to you. It's conjuration, which generally speaking, I don't think is vocal, but it could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right. It just doesn't fucking say. So I'll say you don't need it. Alright, you conjure the servant.
I'm gonna tell it to try to go up to the orb.
Oh wait, components verbal.
Oh,
So you find yourself unable to speak in this place.
oh, that's what B is.
Yeah.
No, it stands for vagina.
You need a vagina.
I have
to cast
so many
this.
vaginas. Come on.
Yeah, it's a
Alright, I'm
sexist
gonna
spell.
I'm gonna start walking backwards again.
Alright, you start walking backwards and eventually you exit. Oh god.
Hey guys.
Hello. I suppose we should go back to the hangar and hitch a ride?
Unseen Servant.
Alright, you cast your spell. You're all free though, you can all talk and move again.
I send him through the portal.
Alright, you send your unseen servant through it.
And I tell it to touch the orb and come back to me. Boom.
You tell it to touch the orb.
Touch the butt.
How
Grind
is this,
against the orb.
how is it supposed to get to the orb?
I mean, it has no figure, so it just would float there, I presume.
It can fly?
It can't stand.
Shapeless form that performs simple tasks. It can run and fetch things, open unstuck doors, hold chairs, as well as clean and mend. The servant can perform only one activity at a time, but it repeats the same activity over.
So it's going to touch it, coming back, going to touch it, and just repeating that over and over and over and over again for eternity.
My slave.
Okay. Okay. It enters in through the. So can you see? Can you see what it sees?
No, you told me I can't do that. So no, I would have to go in there.
Okay. It walks through.
I'm gonna start heading back to the hangar to see if we can hitch a ride to our own ship.
Alright, I'll smack Erebus's butt cheeks again so that he can yell at me if I need to come there.
Alright, gotcha. Moving on out. Are people coming with me, or can I go supersonic speed?
I'm gonna stay
Larry's
with
coming
Cock.
at you.
I'll just stay with Cock.
All right, then.
I'm gonna hold my breath and walk in a third time.
You just see a dust outline of me as I speed away.
Alright, he runs
All the
off.
dust is left in your figure.
All the black ash from going through the mirror just comes off.
Alright, so you start running back towards the hangar. Eventually you make it, and you can see the large ship that Iva and her crones arrived on. Far bigger than yours. And you can see Percival talking to some of his people as well.
Is Ida out here?
You don't immediately see her, but you can see her ship, and it's open.
I walk towards her ship.
Alright, as you walk by, you hear, "Excuse me, Tabaxi."
Yes.
You look over, and you can see Percival.
Yes, Percy, my dear.
Well, as you know, I've, in a way, helped you quite a bit since you got here. I gave you access to my vault, and I'm letting you take my treasures, so perhaps there's something you could do for me in exchange.
Well, we're not so much taking your treasures. There's a giant mirror door thing in front of it.
What?
It's like a void in space-time. You go in it, can't move, only can go backwards. Black mirror. Gave me this clock.
You hold out the clock.
Your mirror gave me a clock. It's very odd.
He gives
Pretty
you a
cool, bro.
strange-looking face. Roll an insight roll.
He has no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. 17.
Alright, he says, I don't know. I don't know what that could be. Perhaps your mind is playing tricks on you. He's lying through his teeth. But,
Perhaps
in the
your
meantime-
security measures are pretty good. How would one get around them, per se?
oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't, that's not me.
Anything
Before you
about
go,
magic.
I was hoping that perhaps you and I could do something. This Iva character, you cannot trust her. Look at what she's done to me since we made our deal. She backstabbed me the first chance she got.
Did you make a contract with her, or was this just a verbal agreement?
Well, of course. I mean, well, I don't know about contract and all that, but we had an agreement, and we were going to help each other. And now look at you.
When you deal with the underworld, you have to get everything in writing. Otherwise, expect a backstab within like 5 minutes. Man, this is like thievery 101, okay?
Well, then how do you know she won't backstab you?
Because we signed this agreement like 30 minutes ago.
Well, if you trust her, good luck.
Not perchance. I trust her more than I trust you.
Oh, I helped you. I offered you a deal, and you turned it down. That was your choice. Fair enough.
No. I did take you up on your offer. I offered you 3 scrolls that were magic.
Did you?
I did.
I believe those were my scrolls.
But they were not in your possession. They were in mine. That makes them mine and not yours.
Well, you're on my ship, so technically they're still mine until you leave. Can I have those back, by the way?
Are you sure this is your ship anymore? It's about to explode any minute.
Well, until it does. And as he says that, you hear a AI voice over the intercom say, "Preparing for hyperspace jump." What?
See?
And you can see a couple of crew members from Iva's ship like peek their head out, like, what the fuck did that just say?
See, I told you this wasn't your ship anymore. You don't even know what it's doing.
No, who's doing that? We can't hyper jump. It'll kill us all.
I'm guessing it's Thaddeus, probably.
Thaddeus, I thought. He's not with you. I thought he was dead.
No, he got infected. He ran off, and once we killed the brother and mother, I assume he's not infected and looking to get revenge.
Jump starting in 2 minutes.
Hey, yo, Cock, hurry the fuck up. We need to leave, like, now.
I need to get my men on board. You can see Iva now stood on the sort of ramp leading to her ship. What is this all about, a hyper jump, Percival? I don't know. It's not me. You are useless, aren't you? All right, get your fat stacks up on the cargo hold. I can't be having everyone dying right now. Where's your crew, Tabaxi?
They should be on their way. I've just notified them to hurry their ass up and get here.
Alright, do
and-
you need a transport to your ship?
Yes, there appears to have been a mutiny on board. Our pilot has had enough of our bullshit, it seems. Though she's no longer needed. So if you could help us get back to the ship, that would be much appreciated.
Well, I'll be damned.
I can offer you 3 magical scrolls.
Percival's like, hey, no, those are mine! Shut your mouth, Percival. Alright, fine. She turns around and starts yelling at people. Everybody get ready! Uzuri! Prepare for the worst! Alright. Back over with the other nincompoops. The 3 of you are sort of sat in this room waiting. Cock stares at the wall waiting for his unseen servant to return. And all of you need to roll me perception checks.
Perception.
7.
5.
Also 5.
19.
Alright, so Jamal and Brock are doing rock, paper, scissors in the corner.
Play no.
Yeah. Cock is sort of
Yeah.
staring at the wall, just waiting patiently, and then you get this weird feeling, so you slowly turn your head, and stood in the doorway is a dwarf. Relatively skinny dwarf, wearing an engineer's sort of outfit, pants with the belt. He's just staring, sweating at the 3 of you.
Hello. Anything we can help you with?
No. This is for my ancestors. He runs into the middle of the room and screams, "This is for my ancestors!" And I need all of you to make dexterity saves.
Is he kamikaze bombing them? Is he suicide bombing?
The Taliban dwarf.
It's not like I did that 2 weeks ago.
23.
I got 6.
Oh my gosh.
19.
Nick,
All right.
just burn those dice.
Yeah,
them.
honestly.
Alright,
Yeet them out the window.
a flame erupts from this guy's chest as you all sort of shockingly see this. And immediately Cock dives out of the way, getting as far away from the damage as possible. Brock sort of tries to move in the direction of Jamal but can't get to him in time, as Jamal immediately takes the full brunt of this attack. You guys can roll initiative too.
You guys got 2 minutes. Hurry up.
2.
2?
I got a 7.
I got a 20.
How much damage do I take?
Okay. It's gonna be... Alright, so Cock and Brack are gonna take 13 damage and Jamal's gonna take 27 fire damage as this flame just explodes in your face, pushing you backwards.
Did you say 17?
13.
13.
13.
Alright, we're gonna do sort of loose initiative because technically the figure that you saw is no longer in front of you, but a massive hole is blown in the side of the ship, sort of cracking open a few windows. And Brock, what would be the first thing you do when this happens?
Run to grab Jamal.
Alright, give me a strength roll.
Run out the hole in the ship.
22.
22. Alright, you grab Jamal's arm before anything can happen, and begin pulling him towards you. At the end of your turn, you can see the door that you guys walked in from is beginning to close, as clearly it sensed the suction of space. Jamal, what would you like to do?
Sensing Brack pulling on me, I'm gonna fucking haul ass to that door.
Alright, Jamal runs through the door, getting out of there. Cock, what would be the first thing you do? Wait for your unseen servant to return.
Hey, buddy, you want to come out of there now? How far away is the door?
Like 20 feet away from you.
Stop breathing and walk casually.
But then I'll be stuck on the other side of the door, still. And the dwarf is like paced now?
Yeah,
Or
pretty
okay.
much. You don't see him anymore.
Then yes, I will. Seeing that the others are going to the door, I will also go to the door.
Alright, you start running towards the door. All of you get through as it closes. And then you hear... Preparing for hyperspace jump.
Oh yeah, we gotta go.
No, fuck that. Yeah,
that's good.
all ass boys.
Is that then when my message comes through about hurry the fuck up?
Yes, you then get a message from Erebus telling you to haul ass.
And I've secured our ship with the ride to our ship with the selling of 3 magic scrolls I happen to have in my possession. It definitely didn't belong to anyone else before I gave them to Ida.
How much health does Jamal have left?
I got 8 health left.
Okay, fuck. I rolled so poorly on that damage, but...
I haven't rolled well this entire session, so just, carrying on.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
caught.
If I was caught, that would be dead.
Why was I not in the one trap that my character's designed not to get trapped in?
Yeah.
Why can't we meet more suicide bombers, honestly?
Well, I mean, with the way Erebus is more and more recklessly dealing with things, he's gonna blow himself up again at some point.
Alright, you guys begin heading back down the hallway towards the fucking hangar bay. All of you just experiencing that and like, alright, let's just go, I guess.
Wait, is his turtle still in the hallway, or did we get his turtle onto Ida's ship with the stars?
I told the tortoise to follow Ida.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the ship.
Okay, good. We're not really trying to get the star on the ship in these 2 minutes.
Alright, so eventually you guys show up at the hangar bay. You can see Iva the crone hurriedly pointing to a few of her crew members and Percival trying to like get people on board the ship.
And you see me just chilling.
Yeah, sitting on a box of supplies waiting for you guys eating a ration.
No, I'm just sharpening my crowbar.
Hello.
Alright, boys, hurry up! Double time!
Hyperspace jump in 30 seconds.
Triple time!
Everyone on board now!
Go faster than you've ever run in your life. Go my speed. Run 27 miles an hour. Now.
Alright, so everyone's running on board. You can hear the engines have already begun turning on. The 2 other ships next to Iva's ship take off at this point, and Percival's like getting all of his engineers on. Everybody now, quickly, quickly! You guys run on, everyone's on, and as Percival begins to run up the ramp, Iva holds out her pistol. Just like, not you, not this time, Percival. Get off the ramp! Oh, what are you doing? You can't do this! I'm not bringing you with me, old man. And she kicks him. And he goes tumbling down the ramp. Please! And it begins lifting. And you
Remember,
Deserve.
the day you almost escaped with us.
and the ship takes
Should have
off.
kept his fucking mouth shut.
You just hear no as the ship goes off into hyperspace.
Die with your greed, bitch.
Iva's just stood there, back towards you, looking at the ramp, holding her gun. Well, that was exciting.
It was.
Everybody make it? The engineers are all looking
That
like...
needed to.
Alright, everyone who just worked for Percival a couple minutes ago now works for me. Head to the engine room. If you aren't useful, you'll have the same fate as him.
Is there any chance we could have one engineer?
What?
Just wondering, because we do not have one.
You don't have an engineer? How the hell have you been flying your ship? No wonder there's a fucking mutiny.
Yeah, we've been dealing with a lot the past.
We've been falling with style.
Other day, what? It's been 4 days since we escaped Zolkral Prime.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What do you
Right?
mean you
It's only
escaped Zolkral Prime?
No, I wasn't saying that out loud. I was like
Oh, okay.
saying that in our heads, right? It's only been 4 days, right?
Something like that. It's been a week, basically.
Yeah, we've had a rough week. Very rough week.
Isn't that everybody in the galaxy at this point? Alright, I got some things I want to say to you. I appreciate your work back there and agreeing to, you know, not join up with the cause, but help out at very least. And there's some things that we need to take care of before we can have a strike at Tradus directly.
Same on our end, so that works out well.
Why don't you guys follow me to the main chamber, and we can have a discussion about all this. The rest of you, get back to work, please. I don't want any more mishaps on our travels. Where's your ship?
Like I said, mutiny.
Why don't we message Timberly Bibbs to get an update on the situation?
Oh yeah, I messaged Timberly like, "Yo, Timberly, if you could give us the ship's location, that would be great." Also, is it still Jade still in charge, or has Churro done anything about it?
All right, you send that message
Richie to
off.
kick her fucking ass.
We don't have to.
I feel like the only person who might join Jade is Anastasia, because I think both of them are getting pretty sick of our bullshit.
Any response?
I don't know. Is there, Dylan?
I haven't given you a response.
She looks around. Dylan?
Not yet.
Who the fuck is Dylan? She pulls her gun back out. Who are you talking about? Are you working with someone else?
Nah, just my one Lord and Savior. Lord Christ.
Alright, anyway, if you figure it out, just let me know, but let's head up to my room.
Alright.
Ooh.
All of you, alright? I'm not taking any of you individually. We're either all having fun or none of us.
I like fun. Ayo.
I don't think that made them any less excited, but let us head on.
Alright, so you guys make your way. It's a pretty big ship. She introduces you to some of her crew. Her crones, as she describes them.
Question.
Yeah.
Isn't Andrew's like soul physically tied to the ship? Would he instinctively know which direction it's in?
No. But he does have some power. You don't know how far that power stretches. But yeah. You also know that Timberly Bibbs and Dridgy also have, at very least, the ability to shrink the ship. So yeah, you meet some of her crew. Kedigan, who is a pretty imposing figure. He's 7 feet tall. He's a Goliath, similar to the people you met on Zolkral Prime, and he's basically the main in charge of the crew, keeping people going. She also tells you about her pilots, Delamere and Zune. One, Delamere is a sort of a wiry human, short, cropped brown hair, but he basically has the power to create like a telepathic symbiotic bond with the ship, called the Crone, which allows him to fly it as if it like was an extension of his body. And Zune has a similar ability, but he is more about where Delamere would navigate the ship directionally, Zune gives it the power to go. So they're like a symbiotic duo of pilots.
Symbiotic Titan, you could say.
Yeah.
That's better piloting than we've had.
There's some other crew members, but I'll only introduce them if you actively need to find them. So you guys get to Iva's room, and she, pours you all drinks from the successful taking down of Percival's space yacht.
Fuck that bitch.
Alright, there are some targets that need to be taken out. It's a long story, but first, I'm interested in what you all know about Tradus and his operation, if you don't mind telling me.
Quick, just let us converse amongst yourself briefly. We'll get back in our football huddle.
Fair enough.
should we share the whole truth about Tradus? What we know, or like, not?
I think it would be best to share a bit, but not everything.
I think it's
so
a
that
good
it doesn't
idea.
look like we're hiding.
I think it's a good idea, mostly because my character actually has no idea what's going on about Tradus. It's a new character. Yeah, wasn't there.
I mean, you were there when Cheros told his story.
I was.
Yes. You've been Brock for like 6 episodes now, bro.
Yeah, I'm not great at remembering.
Fair enough. Oh, well, about a week ago, we left the planet Zolkral Prime after a battle between, I believe, Tradus and the Ring Fleet. We then successfully boarded a Ring Fleet ship. Well, not boarded, but we were invited upon it. At the time we were working with them, that ship's admiral then betrayed us to Tradus, and then we not fought him off, but did a fighting retreat. And then, like 2 days ago, we learned that one of our crewmates is his brother, but they don't get along, and they're trying to kill each other.
Tradus has a brother.
Apparently, he has like 6 siblings, and his dad's also a big asshole.
Roll a persuasion roll.
Is she a dwarf?
No.
Okay. I have to ask that because I have advantage specifically on dwarf.
Could have stopped the bombing.
26.
I did not know that he had family member. I haven't that he have family member. I did not know that. Sorry. I don't know how to talk anymore. This is interesting news. You say he's one of your crewmates, and you believe him wholeheartedly.
Well, he has a cock. Why don't you field that question?
She looks towards the turtle.
I am Cock.
I whisper like, dude, you have a psychic connection to him. You can sort of get vibes better from him.
You can get vibes better.
I don't know. I'm just like saying.
Don't worry, I'm vibing with the homie.
Isn't your religion purely based on the worship of the portal he came through?
Yes, it is.
So I feel like you have a better answer to why we trust him than me.
Well, ever since we met him, other than the occasional times he's been a child, he has exclusively been trying to save us from being eviscerated by Tradus. So generally speaking, I think that's a pretty just cause. You might disagree on that, though.
You've met this person, and they have been convinced... let me try to wrap my head around this. I believe you that he believes that he needs to stop Tradus. I believe the same thing. I sense that while Tradus has been a nuisance in my trade negotiations of recent, he's more of a threat to the greater galaxy than just myself. So I agree with this, but I suppose I have a hard time believing that this crewmate just came out of nowhere and suddenly you had Tradus' brother by your side. There's something you're not telling me. Where did he come from?
Pretty sure we kidnapped him.
I'm pretty sure we didn't. Not us specifically. And I don't think we kidnapped him either.
I say this not out loud, but I'm just reminding people, didn't he come from inside of an egg?
No, he was in a stasis pod.
Okay.
In a stasis pod next to an egg.
Correct. So there was an egg. Well, he actually crash landed on Zolkral Prime, and I have his black box here. Or I did. I don't know if I gave it back to him or not.
When you say that part about Zolkral Prime, her eyes go wide a little bit. Interesting. There were reports of Tradus, one of his goons near Zolkral Prime. Perhaps that is why.
Most likely, I would believe.
All right.
But we were a little busy dealing with the zombie apocalypse.
Clearly there is more that you know, but if you don't feel comfortable sharing it with me quite yet, I understand. I have some things to tell you. Tradus, obviously, does not work alone. He wouldn't be able to make these moves so quickly if he did. He has, I suppose, horsemen. About 5 of my scouts are correct. Mohandus, Eclipse, Ezreal, Thraxageddon, and Typhon.
Typhon, Laxapro. Sorry, what were the other ones?
Mohandus, Eclipse,
Mohandus.
Ezreal,
You know if you don't-
and Thraxageddon.
Mohandus.
Moana, Isis,
What can I say?
Ice Cream Cone.
You're welcome. Typhoid.
Again. Well, I mean, it's Hydroxyl, the cookie, and Churro, the...
Hydraxageddon. I haven't been able to keep track of all of them, but I'm pretty sure he's got them working on various tasks throughout the galaxy.
Wait.
He's got them working on his taxes
Oh no.
throughout the galaxy. He's got many bank accounts. I'm sure Mohandus the Mind Flayer is behind the main attack at the Grey Forge, since he leads the armies of Genlaris. Eclipse is the leader of the Calvic spawn, so she likely helped out at the Star Forge, though she is a changeling, so she could be anywhere. She sort of looks around the room as if maybe she's here right now. And the only one I know the location of for sure is Thraxageddon. No doubt he's up to something at his maze lair on Vegarok.
Oh. Yes, I believe I was told about a maze at some point in my life.
The Maze of the Minotaur.
Exactly.
Yes,
Do you remember
it's famous.
which part I... Ah, yes. A demon told me that. I'm saying that to you guys, not to her. We've gone through some weird shit in the past month in this universe. Yes, I believe we ran into Typhon on Zolkor Climb.
So they are near. Yes, I assume that perhaps that is where he has sent Typhoon, but I do not know for sure. These, however, are the beings that we need to take out before we can make a successful go at destroying Tradus. If they are by his side, he may be unbeatable. I was also thinking, perhaps uniting my crones with your church, Tortle. If that is an option for reinforcements, but I need a meeting with leadership to be set up for me. I doubt they are going to jump at the chance of working with a pirate, so perhaps there's something you can do there.
I mean, they let a cookie factory be set up on their fleet.
Yes, that is true. She says, looking at him. That is strange.
Good
behavior.
cookies. Shut the fuck up.
Don't you talk bad about Grubber Industries, I'll beat your ass.
I'm just saying weirder deals have been made.
When she was alive, I answered only to Lady Wara, so I would say I have some sway in setting up a meeting.
Good. Perhaps there's others as well throughout the galaxy. If my crew and I go after Eclipse, which is what we are planning on doing at the Star Forge, perhaps you could take out Typhon or maybe Thrax if you have history with them, and then we could have 2 of these creatures destroyed by the time we reconvene, and perhaps by then we'll have more information. But we need to act fast before Tradus completes whatever it is he's working on at the Grey Forge.
Probably late.
What was that? Is there something you're not telling me, Tabaxi?
There's a lot in my life that I don't tell anybody. Thrax, you said he was the one in the maze on Vegarok, correct?
Yes.
I believe it might be best for us to target that for... I was advised that it might be beneficial to me, and I have some other pressing issues to attend to on Vegarok.
That seems fair. Perhaps a homecoming would be welcome and take away some of the stress from fighting the most dangerous Minotaur in all the galaxy.
Perhaps it will. I suppose we
Should be
should.
harder than obliterating the Gorillith, right, guys?
Yeah, we got to do that too at some point.
The Gorillith? And why is that?
Money.
Essentially.
Also asserting dominance, you know.
You were hired to take out its eggs?
Yes, someone did indeed hire us to give him Tratus's armor and the Gorillith.
What?
Yeah.
So not the eggs.
Not that I'm aware of, unless I don't remember our deal correctly.
No, you remember it correctly.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about the eggs.
Are the eggs valuable?
I'm sure they would be to if somebody wanted them, but they've been magically transported in between Elfir, Tridonis. Nobody really knows why, but if you sense their magical abilities, it clearly came from the land of the Gorillith, and people are concerned. Most likely the work of Tratus, but I have no proof.
So the Gorillith is going to be heading towards Elfir to get its eggs back and cause a whole bunch more chaos in the galaxy.
You say that, and it almost didn't dawn on her that that could be a possibility. Yes, I suppose that could be the reasoning. That would be destructive in
Brilliant
ways I...
plan on his part. Also destructive and not a great thing.
Yes, all of those things. What is all of your plan throughout this? How did you get tied up in this? Some of you just seem... I don't mean to be rude, normal.
Brock, we rescued from a crazy clown wizard on the Starforge.
You rescued him.
Keeney?
Name is vaguely familiar.
Jamal is here because we helped rescue his people from being genocided on Zulkul Prime.
Oh.
And he feels he owes Devon, so he's helping us get Devon revived. Cock is here as an ambassador to the fleet, though we haven't had contact with him in a few weeks, so I don't even know if he still has that role officially.
Fuck off.
And this is my current assignment / job. So, money and a desire to stop traders from fucking over the galaxy.
I only ask because a group like you have your own ship, you could do anything with it, and yet you decide to join up with us and try to take down this enemy. It's quite noble. No offense, but everything I know about the Thieves' Code, there is some honor in it, but, backdoor deals and all that. I'm not regretting my decision, I'm just curious.
Well, let's just say I'm sure we all have ones we care about in this galaxy that if Tratus gets his way, wouldn't be an outcome we would like to see.
Yes. Well, that is why I am here. And that is why I need the star.
It's also why we need the star. As soon as we get our ship back, we can revive our people.
Yes, have you made any progress on figuring out where your ship is?
I check my... Do you have like a scanner you could scan to see if you can track it?
I can ask my navigator about that. Her voice has changed like 12 times since you guys have talked to her.
Could I help? Because I'm now proficient in navigation tools.
Perhaps. We need a place to start.
Did we tell her to just hide in the asteroid belt until we called her again? Did we tell her to just float around?
Is there anything on board the ship that you can use to convene?
Well, Cock, I guess, could try to talk to Churro, or use his abilities over the ship. But, Jamal and Cock are both, I guess, passed out.
Who the fuck was that?
Cock was talking to someone.
Cock was in his own head.
He was talking to Churro right now.
Ah, so do you have an update on where they are then?
Oh yeah, they're right outside.
We look out the window. Luck roll. Nat 20. Okay. No, seriously, does anyone remember if you told her to hide in the asteroid belt or just float around?
Pretty sure if there was a mutiny, she would have just left.
She
Yeah,
said she was just gonna fly around.
but that would have given us a direction to start the search in. Could I look at the old messages and look at the message she gave us when she told us Ida's ship was approaching and what they were going to do?
Yeah, 1 second. Fuck, I just put my hands on my eyes and now I can't see anything. Obviously.
Just take them off your eyes, idiot.
No, he poked his eyes out.
Just dummy.
All good, Nick?
Nah, he's dead.
Yeah, I'm all good.
He's dead.
I'm dead.
Alright, yeah, she said, warning for the ground team. The unidentified ship we saw in the asteroid field followed us, and they brought a convoy. It's headed straight for the space yacht. I'm gonna take the Phoenix away for now, but we'll try to stay in range of communication. Be careful, guys.
Okay, so that wasn't helpful. Any ideas? I'm fielding this to the team.
Yep, you need all 4 brains to figure this one out.
Well, what are we trying to do?
Find the Bronze Phoenix, Andrew.
Yeah, I'll try diddling with Churros.
Okay.
Go into meditation mode.
Alright, so Erebus is like, alright guys, how do we find our ship? And then Cock just gets down on his knees and begins to meditate.
Alright, meditation, helpful. Anyone put any tracking devices on the ship? Any chance?
Give me a religion roll.
I don't know, that would help with tracking devices.
I
Nat
pray
1.
that one is on there.
That makes sense. Complete sense. Got a nat 1 on a religion check for tracking device.
23.
Artium.
Alright, so Cock gets down on his knees and begins thinking, trying to reach out in his mind to the connection he has with the Dragonborn. And you get a sense of tiredness. Like you can feel wherever he is, he's tired, but then you also think that he might not be conscious. He's either asleep or forcefully asleep. And that's about what you get.
I'll try whispering hello. See if that does anything.
Wake the fuck up, bitch!
Alright, you whisper hello, 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 hello. And then... Cocculus? Is that you?
It is indeed.
Where are you? Someone just shit their pants.
You might need to go to the bathroom, sure. Are you okay? We're safely on a ship. We're actually looking for you. Trying to figure out if you could help me out with that.
Yeah. Do you want me to come there?
If you could... Oh, first of all, are you on the Bronze Phoenix still? I presume.
You can sense him looking around. Yes, I'm in a cage.
Ah.
The orc is here with me. What happened? Where am I?
Are you in the slave cage in the hangar bay?
I believe so. It's very dark down here.
Well, our pilot stole the ship, and right when we were gonna leave, she left without us. So now we're coming back, and it's gonna be hands on sight.
Your blonde friend is in here as well.
How's Dridgy?
I don't know. I don't see her.
Who's the blonde friend? Is that Anastasia?
Was that Reinhardt?
Reinhardt. Gotcha.
They're both sleeping.
Did you guys get drugged, or?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Ah, all good. Well,
Why would they do this?
Well, she probably didn't like how we were treating her and kept leaving her on the ship even after we said, hey, you can come with us, and she's like, no, I'm gonna stay on the ship. So then we did that, and now she's angry at us, probably.
So sassy.
That's just one reason.
The door's locked. I can't open it. I'm not able to access my powers in here.
Ah.
I have no strength. How do I figure out where we are?
You're like a pigeon, right? Use your echolocation.
Yell at me really loud? Well, if either... Can you try waking the others up and see if they have more or the same strength as you do? That will give me a better idea.
You get the sense that a slapping is happening.
That's happening.
Then you hear in your head, "Oh, I'm sorry, big guy. I didn't mean to. I was trying to wake you up. Look at where we are." No. He's not back. I'm talking with the turtle in my mind. It's a long story. There was a mutiny. Let me wake Reinhard up first. Whatever his name was. Reinhard. Sorry.
Reinhard.
Really, boy. No, you can't.
Ricky Bobby.
You can't do that. You have to wait. Just give me a moment. Oh my god, this orc. You hear in your head.
Cock is laughing to himself maniacally.
So the three of you are in the meeting room with Iva, and Cock is kneeled down on the floor laughing to himself.
Well, he's communicating with someone on the ship currently.
Do you guys want privacy?
Probably not. Do you think I could go help your cartographer figure out, based on engine residue or energy signatures, potentially which way they went?
Well, if that worked, we'd be able to find Tradus, but we can give it a shot.
Alright,
why don't you follow me?
I will indeed. My best bet, they're heading towards Elf here.
Erebus and Iva head off. In Cock's head, he hears Brock is screaming very loud. Me and Reinhardt are trying to calm him, but it's not working.
Is Brock in pain, or is he... why is he screaming?
I told him that Jamal wasn't back yet, and I told him there was a mutiny, and now he's convinced that Jade killed Jamal the same way that she killed Devon, which he knows that didn't happen.
Tell him if he gets the door open, Cock can bring Jamal back. The door of the cage.
Brawl, if you can open the door, do it. It's the only way to get to Jamal and Devon's body. He's telling me that the voices in my head are weird.
And that makes two of us.
It doesn't matter if they're weird. Alright, he's trying it, but it might take some time.
No worries.
The connection's great, by the way. I can hear you perfectly fine.
I didn't even have to die this time.
We should just use this instead of the communicators.
We should implant things into other people's heads to make them be able to do this too.
Alright, Brock and Jamal, what are you guys doing?
I guess just waiting for Cock to finish his message, I guess.
I'm gonna start doing push-ups.
I'm gonna open my eyes and alright, I'm staging an anti-mutiny. This is gonna be very interesting. Then I go back to eyes closed, kneeling mode.
Alright, well, they do push-ups. Erebus follows Iva to sort of the front of the ship. And you are introduced to a small, little male gnome named Jackson.
Another gnome?
Yeah, who would have thought? Yes, this is Jixon. He's responsible for plotting the ship's course and ensuring that we stay on track. I can read.
Jizon? What was it?
Jixon?
Jackson. Gotcha.
Is on.
This is Jizon. It's like Devon, but with jizz.
Please.
Okay, Jackson. I am
Hello?
Erebus. I'm here to help you potentially track the Bronze Phoenix, the ship I'm the captain of that has mutinied against me.
Yes, we want to find the ship so that they can get their the corpses of their allies, and we can use the star to revive them. Is there anything you can do to help us, Jixon? Perhaps. Where were they last spotted?
Near the ship that just went to hyperspeed.
Oh. He pulls up a map of that area. Okay. Is there anywhere in particular that any direction they would head?
I imagine they might go back towards Elfir.
Okay.
My best guess.
That would be helpful if we could just plot a course and try to find them. Are we headed in that direction? No, not currently. I was hoping we could go back to the HQ near Big Toe, but if it helps them out, we may need to go there towards Elfir.
Yes.
I'd like to make a stop first, though.
I'd like a McChicken.
I'm slowly losing the ability to speak as this session goes on. I don't know what's happening to me. I like a.
I like it a lot.
Jixon, is there anything else Erebus can help you with as you try to plot this course?
Any scans? Any radio signals? Magic signature of the ship?
Well, typically I just speak with Xun or Delamere, and they will sort of use their symbiotic relationship with the ship to discover these sort of things, but well, if you have them now, I suppose it would be helpful. He looks at you.
The magical signature of the ship?
Do you have any more information about what exactly they are doing?
Running away from me? I mean,
Obviously.
the pilot, she got pretty fed up. I assume she's returning to her home. We did agree to drop her off at Elfir when we got back there, so that is my best guess at where they're going.
Is there any sort of connection you have to the ship that could allow us to create some sort of indication of where they are?
I mean, it's magically bound to Cock's soul, so...
It's magically bound to his soul.
Well, I assume it's a magic item. If you say like a code word, the ship shrinks to like a figurine and then regrows if you say it again.
Fascinating. Well, perhaps I should speak with this. What did you say his name was? Penis?
Cock.
Cock. Ah. How did I get mistaken?
I don't know, Jazon.
Well, time to jizz on Cock. All right, let's go. He runs up on your shoulder.
He is actually also currently speaking with someone on the ship mentally, so that might help too.
Ooh, perhaps.
All right, bring him. I take Jazon to the Cock.
All right, and I've heads off somewhere as this conversation is happening. Clearly, there were other things on the ship she need to pay attention to. All right. Meanwhile, back in Iva's room,
Jizon.
Jamal sort of stands in the corner watching Cock as he's sort of meditating, and Brock is actively doing push-ups, counting loudly inside Cock's head. Okay, I think that the issue we're running into is this cage is not normal. Yeah, every time he makes a dent, the next time he punches it, the dent is gone.
I see what you mean. Is Leonard in there with you?
Oh, the crazy guy? No, I don't see him.
Oh.
What if we make a bunch of noise and then we force him to come down here?
Yeah, you could do that too. Just be really, really annoying.
Pretend you're sick. Pretend someone got shanked.
That's a good idea. We could pretend one of us is dying. The problem is...
Wait, how am I on this communication code?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Let me out of here.
Yeah, we'll just try being loud.
I mean, if Orc Boy over here's yelling anyway, you can just have him pretend he's injured and keep yelling anyway.
Brawl, just keep punching really loud and screaming.
I can always trust Brawl.
To have a good brawl.
Having a little Brawlhalla.
He said, don't tell me what to do. I am truly frustrated right now. I don't like this orc, but I'm gonna try to work with him.
Oh, in the future you won't have to work with him that much anymore anyway, so good on you.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Are you gonna kill him?
That's not me.
No.
Okay. I don't want him dead. I just mean in this moment, stressful situation.
Yeah, and you not working with him will make you less stressed.
That's true. Why are you looking at me like that, Reinhardt? I'm talking in my head. Alright, well, I'll keep you posted.
Fantastic.
Alright.
For like half a second, Erebus was just on the mental call.
Wait, what?
Tapped
Like in
in.
your head constantly? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Alright. Erebus walks in with a gnome on his shoulder.
Jackson,
No.
the one kneeling on the floor, the turtle, is Cock. He's the one with the connection to the ship, and the people on the ship.
Oh, brilliant. May I inspect you, Turtle?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so he pulls something out of his backpack. It looks like a metal tube. Bring your ear here.
I bring my ear hole to the tube.
Alright, he sticks it into your ear without even waiting, and you begin to feel this strange suction, and you can feel like a bunch of earwax being sucked out of your ear. He starts making these weird noises.
I look at him like, what the fuck?
He pulls it out. It stops sucking. Alright.
Hey, I was almost done.
What?
What?
Done with what?
I
He was
don't know.
almost
Alright, I've collected a sample of your brain.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Can I get that back when you're done?
I don't think it works that way.
Okay. Suddenly I can't remember my parents.
Alright, large cat, take me back to my room.
Gotcha.
Erebus turns around, Ratatouille style, starts walking back towards Jixon's room. And then the three of you are alone once again.
Oh, that was weird. Time for more push-ups. Maximum.
I'm so glad the fate of the galaxy is in your guys' hands.
Hey, I am trying. I also did just walk straight through a magical portal this morning and not know if I was going to die or not.
Alright, well, what would you guys like to do? You're aboard Iva's ship. You don't really know where things are, but as you wait to get their test results back.
What's it like serving her? Ida.
Me?
Yeah,
Well,
Jackson.
it's, I suppose better than most places I've been. I typically work on planets and, various labs and those sort of things.
Oh yes, labs. Hate them. Or it's getting invaded by third parties.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous. The security is abysmal, especially with Ring Fleet Labs.
Yeah. Look,
The only ones they care about are the ones on Elfir, and all of those have been out of service for years.
yeah, this government, once they stop fighting the orcs, they really stop giving a shit.
Yes, well, hopefully their attempts to take back the Greyforge will actually do something, but I'm not convinced.
Probably just be a distraction. Give us time to prepare our own actions against traitors.
Well, hopefully. So, you all, you're in the big fight now, huh? Are you a part of the crew?
We're not part of your crew, but we are part of the fight against traitors.
Oh, excellent. Everyone we can get is a helpful hand, to be sure.
I think we also possibly have a bunch of orcs on our side, too. But that
Ooh.
determines whether or not we revive their leader, who is currently dead.
Oh, I see. And that is why you were after the star.
Exactly.
And why don't we get to this now? Let's get this orc up and running.
His body's on the ship we're trying to find.
Ah, disappointing. But hopefully these results will help us out.
We thought it was best not to bring 2 corpses with us onto a ship that was currently having a zombie apocalypse.
Ah,
With the whole breath-wearing mother disease thing.
what? I don't...
Oh, I didn't tell you guys.
Oh, no, I don't know. The first time we spoke since she got back was when she was with you.
Oh, there was a brethren mother. You know those creatures that like attack people, lay eggs in their faces, and turn them into like sort of zombie-like creatures that then do their bidding, spreading more eggs.
Those are real?
Yeah, there was one in the Azure Star, but don't worry, we killed it. Everything's fine now.
Oh, well, good.
And we figured we shouldn't take 2 corpses with us into that situation.
Fair enough.
Oddly enough, it's the second major zombie outbreak we've dealt with in the past week.
Okay, well, that just doesn't seem very honest. I believe a lot of things, but I will not be told these stories, friend. I know an adventurer when I see one, and I've heard lies before.
I swear to whatever higher power you believe in, that there was also a zombie outbreak on Zokul Prime that we dealt with.
I suppose there's a chance. Well, we are here, and I will try to get what I can from your turtle's brain.
Would you like any help? I am proficient in the navigating arts.
I don't know, but I don't know if in this instance that exactly will help me with this. There is something in particular I was looking for to try to locate your ship through the connection that you spoke of with this turtle.
Fair enough. I mean, the only really other useful things I can offer is I can pilot pretty well, and I'm pretty mean in a kitchen.
Oh, well, perhaps you could head to the kitchen in Metalmia, but she is very, very particular about who she allows in her kitchen, so you'd have to be the best of the best.
You know what? I think I will. Let me know if you find anything. I'll make you... What? Do you like hamburgers?
I don't think I've ever had a hamburger.
Let me cook you up the meanest hamburger. You like cheese? Bacon? I'll make you the works. I'll make you the best food you can to help you on your little task of hunting our ship.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Sorry, heading towards... which way is the kitchen? I was just going to walk out the door and pretend like I knew where it was.
He hands you a map from that he's been holding on to. Of the entire ship.
Thank you, Jackson.
Yes. Come back in a few minutes.
I go try to make some food for Jackson.
Alright. What do the rest of you want to do?
I'm gonna wander around, try to find the Wardis.
Oh, yeah. It's probably still in the hangar bay. You head in that direction?
Yes.
Alright. What about the rest of you?
I'm testing my dexterity, still doing push-ups. I'm on 400 now.
I think Jamal's just prioritizing hearing about the news that gets him back to Devon. I ain't really got nothing.
All right. Cock heads towards the cargo bay, and you can see you're like up on the upper bit, so you can look down into the cargo bay and see your turtle, your Wardus, and it's still attached via a rope to the cage that holds the star, and there's a couple of guards down there that are just watching over it.
I'll go down to him.
All right, you go down some stairs.
Me?
Howdy.
Oh.
He suddenly appears.
You say howdy to the guards.
Yeah.
All right. Now that you get up close to them, you can you recognize them as the two people that had that dog with them from before. You can see like a pair of lean, wiry men, and they both have like sort of military, close cropped haircuts, and they just have very simple clothes like vests and stuff, and they have quite muscular, or I should say skinny muscular arms.
Ooh, do you work out?
Not really. Thank you though.
I wish I had genetics like that.
Oh, you got better genetics than us. We don't come with shells.
Well, you got a point there.
It's because I'm so bony. They high five.
Well, I came down here to collect the Wardus, if you're not in need of him.
Oh, yeah, we're not using him for anything. I don't know how you're gonna get him around the ship, but you're welcome to take him.
I don't either. I untie him.
Awesome. That's a pretty cool Wardus.
Thanks, I made him myself.
Oh, it's like us with the dog.
Huh?
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay.
You know,
I'm vigorously petting my Wardus.
you gotta have a sort of deep understanding of the natural world if you want to charm and create a variety of beasts. It can be a valuable asset to any team.
You adding charm in there didn't make me feel any better about what you just said.
He looks offended.
I rolled to seduce the wolf.
Well, good luck to you then.
Thank you. I love you.
They awkwardly watch you as you talk to your Wardus.
I've somehow, in like the corner, gotten him on his back and I'm scratching the bottom of his shell.
You just see one of the two guys just give you a thumbs up. That's what it's all about, man. You can hear the other one say, "Leave him alone, bro.
They're doing something. Come on, man."
Stop interrupting."
Alright, so since I can't actually get you out of this room, you can just hang around the star. Turns into a parrot. And then I leave.
Alright, you get it. You walk out the door. Hey, do you want us to feed it? Shut up, man!
Hey, if you have food or corpses, he would be more than happy to eat them.
Wait, was he serious about that? You hear as the door closes. Alright, and then back over, headed towards the kitchen, is the Tabaxi Erebus. The closer you get towards the section where the food is made, the better it smells. There's some sort of lunch being passed around, maybe a buffet. As you enter into sort of the main dining room, there's a bunch of tables lined up. There's a few people already in there eating. A couple of orcs, a human. But you don't see a chef anywhere.
I look for the kitchen.
Alright, you look around. There's a table area that looks like it might lead into the kitchen, where all the food is set up.
I walk in that direction.
Alright, you walk over there, you try to open the door. It's locked. Someone yells out over to you, Amala doesn't like visitors, sorry mate.
Not even a fellow chef.
We don't usually get fellow chefs out in the dead of space.
Doesn't hurt to try then. I knock on the door.
You knock on the door. Alright, a little bit of time goes by, 20 seconds. You're about to knock again when the door opens just a little bit, and you can see an orc staring out at you. Wait a second.
Hello, ma'am. I assume it's a ma'am.
This looks like a dude.
Hello, sir.
Holy shit. He closes the door. And then you hear talking going inside the room.
I knock on the door again.
You knock again. 20 seconds go by, and then the door opens again. This time, you see a woman. Is a female human.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I was wondering if perhaps I could use the kitchen.
And why would you want to do that?
To make food?
Oh, there's plenty of food out there. Don't you worry. You can have it whatever you want.
I prefer to eat food when I've made it myself.
Oh, well then, hopefully you have some way of doing that elsewhere. This is my kitchen.
Wouldn't you even let a fellow chef in?
I'm busy. The door closes.
Hmm.
You hear talking inside again.
I listen to what they're saying.
Oh, okay. Give me a perception roll.
Aha, finally useful. 22.
22. All right, you just put your ear against the door and you hear everything. The female voice says, "What do you mean you recognize him? I don't know. Well, I do know. He was on my home planet, and then I ran off, and I don't know how he got here, but it's a small world, I guess." Well, maybe you should go talk to him. No. They won't want to talk to me. Okay, well then, what's the problem? I just got scared is all. I'm fine, Amelina.
Did I recognize him?
From the brief moment you saw him, he just looked like, a generic orc.
Is he one of the orcs we saved from Zolkol Prime?
Maybe.
How do I get their attention without fucking revealing I was spying on them? Knock on.
You can notice more people have come in to start eating now. There's like a line. There's a line by the buffet.
I go and look over at the food, see if it's up to my quality.
All right. As you're staring at the food, sort of trying to look in between people's shoulders and stuff as they're all lined up, it looks not that great, to be honest. It just looks like sort of generic buffet food. It's not like high dining, to be sure.
I knock on the door.
You walk over and knock on the door. Someone in the line's like, "Hey, bud, she doesn't really like visitors, to be honest. Don't know if you're new here or not."
Quite literally, walked on this ship like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. It's just this food seems sort of bland and generic.
Oh, yeah. Well, what can you expect around here? It's not a lot to go with, Not a lot of recipes you can make when you're working with the bland stuff.
You can always outdo your own ingredients with a little bit of talent and elbow grease.
I suppose. You should try it, though. Have you tasted it?
I have not. Maybe my resistance to poisoning will come in handy.
Try a little bit of the mashed glow-tato.
Glow-tato? Is it supposed to be glowing?
It just glows, man.
Are you sure that's healthy and not radioactive?
I don't know. It tastes good, especially with some glitter on it.
What the fuck is glitter?
It's glowing butter.
Why is everything glowing?
Oh, not everything's glowing.
What isn't glowing?
Well, there's a tiny bit of Vorbin down there.
And what is Vorbin?
And you should not try it without the slow shosh sauce.
What are they feeding you guys on this ship?
Oh, alien delicacies. You act like you've never seen food before. Some more people are looking over towards you, like, saying all this stuff.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if this is like normal in-universe food or not.
It's not common, but it is, you know, alien delicacies, I guess.
It's food. Just food.
Try a drash stick.
Okay, I take a stick of.
He holds out to you a very frail-looking, like, cracker. You can't say that word.
So it's a cracker.
It's a drash.
It's a drag. This is stuff I would have encountered at all in my time on this universe.
Probably some of it you would have, maybe not all of it. Come on, man.
Alright.
Try a drash.
I try a trash.
Alright, you stick it in your mouth. Immediately, all the moisture leaves your tongue, and it's the most salty thing you've ever tasted. But it fills you up.
I use my -1 damage claws to like scrape.
Scrape the salt.
Yeah, I get like a handful of salt, twice the size of the cracker I just ate.
What do you
Why
think?
is it so? Maybe 2 cups less salt.
Was it frail enough? Or do you want to try the frail mix?
Is that also just covered in salt?
No, that's just a mix of frail things.
Grandma?
Like small children and elderly people?
Well, I don't know what they make it with.
I try a bit of frail mix.
You put some frail mix in your mouth. It tastes basically like Cheerios.
Okay. Is this enough to sustain all of you guys in fighting shape?
Well, it gets us to the next day, that's for sure. But I don't know why you're talking. I heard your crew had a mutiny, so what are you serving on your ship? No, he doesn't say that.
To be fair, until like 2 hours ago, none of us were certified to cook. We've been eating rations. I pull out a ration bar and I just start nibbling on it.
Did you say rations or drash sticks?
Rations.
Oh,
Much more nutritious and not as dry.
Uh,
No, salty.
I like the 2 cups of salt. I just like put it on the table.
well, it was nice meeting you nonetheless.
Nice meeting you as well.
I like him.
I hope you guys get a better chef eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen. Or, maybe, she's the perfect chef for us.
We're all dying when we're cooking.
Yeah, that too.
You just, unless you have a gallon of water, I would avoid the crackers.
You're not allowed to say that word. That's our word.
Hey, I am a black cat. I can say whatever I want.
Say cracker.
Alright, is there anything else you want to do in the kitchen? Or the non-kitchen, the dining room?
Can I just like start a fire and start cooking?
You want to start a fire and cook on the fire?
No. I asked
Hobo kitchen?
I asked him if he knows what Jackson likes from this buffet of mediocrity.
Ah, yes. He doesn't typically eat a whole lot that I've seen. He's so small, I guess the nutrients isn't as required, but maybe a couple freckled leopards.
As a cat, I find that offensive.
Oh, no, it's not that kind of leopard. It's sort of a fruit paste.
So it's not people with leprosy?
Oh, no. It might come from them, but I don't think so.
Okay. I grab like 2 and I start heading back.
You run for your life. This
Yeah.
hellscape.
No, thank you.
Alright. You begin to head back.
What? I am a thief. I have sleight of hand 15. I could have just picked the lock and walked in.
Do you want to do that?
No. I've made my choice. It's too late.
Alright. As DM, I'm obligated to ask Brock and Jamal, is there anything you guys want to do?
Push-ups?
Look at the fun you can have when you just fucking do random shit. Alright,
It's gonna get swole.
All right, Cock. What was the next thing on your mind?
Just level up for push-ups.
Realistically, Cock is hungry, and will also keep an eye out for a pool table.
To remember the good times. All right, you begin heading towards the dining room, or where the smell is coming from, basically.
It's just a pile of salt.
Yeah. As you enter inside, you can see Erebus walking out.
Don't eat their food. Just eat a ration, Bartman.
Oh. Okay.
I literally ate one of their crackers and pulled 2 cups of salt out of my mouth.
I don't think they put enough salt in that.
I think. Are you a freshwater turtle or a saltwater turtle?
Oh, I'm a saltwater turtle.
Then you might like those crackers.
Yeah, they had something like that back on the fleet, and dang, does it dehydrate my body? I'll tell you that much. I look like a beef jerky every time I eat that shit.
Yeah, I literally had to scrape salt out of my mouth.
Ooh, you still have the salt?
I left it on the table.
I run into the room.
Hey!
Did they have any fish dishes in there?
Maybe? You want to roll luck?
Sure.
Oh, fish.
15?
Alright. Yeah, you see something that looks like a fish.
It looks like a fish.
Yeah.
I take a bite.
Ah, I see you like the Droobly Nobbler.
The what now?
You take a bite and it's basically jello in the shape of a fish.
I put it in my hand and wipe it on cocktail.
It tastes like a gummy worm.
It doesn't taste bad, but I'm not trying to get all this sugar.
Alright.
I head back to navigation.
Are you grabbing the cup of salt, Cock? The cock of salt?
Yes. I'm like licking salt off the floor.
Alright. And they're all like, hey, this guy's got an appetite, woo! And Erebus heads back towards navigation. Alright, so you make it into Jack Shun's little compartment.
You're right, unfortunately. The chef would not let me into the kitchen, so I brought you some spotted leopards.
Ooh, my favorite.
That's why is there so much salt in everything?
Well, I guess some people like salt. I myself avoid the dressings at all costs. For if I placed that on my tongue, it would not only take the moisture from my tongue, but from my entire body.
Yeah, I scraped 2 cups of salt out of my mouth after I ate one.
Jesus Christ. I mean, by the anomaly. What the hell is Jesus?
I think I've said that myself a few times. I don't know.
But nobody knows who he is. It's just a phrase everyone uses.
Any luck finding the bronze phoenix?
Yes, well, I've tapped into your turtle's brain, and what I've discovered is that his connection with this other creature is not as magical as I may have thought. Instead, it is a bridge that has been created by who knows what. But by climbing that bridge and walking across it using a sort of a DNA strand, so to speak, I can locate the mind that it is connected to.
Perfect. We'll follow that to the bronze phoenix.
Place it on the map. Perhaps you may want to discuss this with Iva for a time, as she seemed to not want to get off course quite yet.
Yeah, would it take us far off course?
Well, the opposite direction, but that is up for her to decide. Perhaps there is a shuttle or such that you could take.
Yes. I will go discuss it with your captain to captain.
Launch us out of the airlock.
You know where she is?
I do not know. Perhaps the bridge? I'm not sure.
I will head to the bridge.
All right.
Thank you for your help, Jazon.
Of course.
A high five.
You fucking squash him like a fly.
No, I just stick my hand
kidding.
out. He does the hitting. I have my hand out.
All right, yeah, he high fives you. Good luck, Tabaxi.
Same to you. No,
All right.
I forgot. I never told you my name. I'm Erebus.
Ah, I'm Jizdon. I mean Jackson.
Jizzard, it's nice to meet you.
Jizzymon. It's a new kind of Pokemon.
Gotta just on them all.
All right, so you head off in search of Iva. Cock, are you just eating salt, or?
Yeah, Cock is devouring a suspiciously turtle-looking dish and waiting to see if the homeboys have made enough noise to annoy the non-homeboy, the ops, as it were.
Okay. All right, Erebus, where would you like to look? To the bridge?
The bridge first.
You head up towards the bridge, or where you think it is based off the map. And one thing you notice as you're heading up there, it's not the typical sort of cockpit that you're used to on the Bronze Phoenix. This is an actual, like, pool that people sort of submerge into. And you can see these two figures sort of moving about in the pool, swimming back and forth. They'll, like, stop, talk to each other for a moment under the water, and then continue on their way. And it's very strange. And you can see sort of Iva stood at the edge of the pool, looking down at it, arms crossed behind her back, sort of contemplating as she looks out into the stars around.
Hello there.
Ah, hello.
Jazon happened to find where the Bronze Phoenix was.
Ah, brilliant. I knew he'd be useful.
It is in the opposite direction of where we are heading.
Ah, so it is where you suggested.
Yes. He did suggest that we might possibly be able to get a shuttle or something, so you can keep heading where you are needed, and we can get the Bronze Phoenix and catch up to you.
Yes, I suppose that'd be helpful. In this instance, perhaps if you can get to your ship, you could continue on your journey. And is there any way that we can communicate from a long distance? I'm trying to think.
We do need to use the Azure Star. That's the one thing.
Yes. Well, yes, of course. Here, do you have any sort of map I can access?
I suppose my thieves' tool might have one.
Yeah.
I'll pull up the map on the thieves' code.
She shows you a designated location, and I'll add this to the map for next session. But near Big Toe, which is the sort of society that's been made out of old useless ships that a bunch of floaters have created, basically. There's a moon, and on that moon is where their headquarters is. So she points that out to you. When you have your comrades back, bring them here, and do not tell anyone of where this place is.
Indeed.
I'm trusting you with this.
As I am trusting you with other things.
Yes.
So can we borrow a shuttle?
Yes, if you head down to the cargo bay, Jason Folly should be able to hook you up with the right shuttle for your size. Where's the rest of your team?
Two are still in the room you originally brought us to. One's doing push-ups, one is staring into oblivion. The other one's in the mess hall eating salt.
Oh. You know, if you wanted, Erebus, you could just join my crew. I don't mean to pry, but you seem quite useful. And nothing against your friends, but perhaps there is a reason that everything has gone to shit while you've been around them.
Perhaps, but actually, that's... Let me look at my notes I have on my character. Unfortunately, Any other situation, I think I would take you up on that in a heartbeat. But for now, my friends need me, and I'm not one to leave them behind.
That is very heroic of you, but the offer still stands, and if you change your mind, let me know, because we could, once the galaxy is saved, make a lot of money together.
Oh, yeah, once the galaxy's saved, most likely. But right now, other priorities.
Yes, of course. We need as many ships in our arsenal as possible. Alright. Gather your crew, and you should find Jason Foley in the hangar bay, where the star still remains. I have to decide what to do with it once we get back. There is something in particular I want to get done, and then once that is done, I will allow you access to it.
Indeed. As long as the elves inside are still good.
Yes, perhaps I should send someone in to check on them.
Indeed.
If they die, that would put make all of this pointless.
Yes. Maybe avoid giving them the crackers that are 99% salt, though.
Ah, the trash sticks, yes. I avoid those like the plague myself.
Too much salt, if there was.
Too much salt!
Too much. Well, I will gather my crew. I suppose we should exchange ways to communicate with each other.
Yes. Although, if you're using one of my shuttles, you will have access to the main communicator on board this ship as well.
Perfect. Well, it was nice working with you for now, and I look forward to doing it again when we take Tratus on.
Yes. And when you return with your allies that you need to be revived, we can discuss further about who exactly we're going to go after and his agency.
Indeed.
She puts her hand out.
I shake it.
All right.
Secret spy handshake.
You touch pinkies at the end. All right, and you walk out the room.
I put my hand in front of my eyes, hoping Andrew is still connected to my brain. I'm like, all right, maybe in the hangar bay. And then I go get Jamal and Brack.
All right, you walk back to... They've just been sat in Iva's bedroom, basically, for 20 minutes. You walk in.
All right, boys.
And 800.
Ida's given us a shuttle so we can go catch up to the Bronze Phoenix, and then we'll meet up with her to revive Devon. We're slowly but surely getting closer to reviving our dear friend.
So we're leaving the way that we can revive Devon to do this?
Yes, but we know where she'll be, and we have a contract with her, and honor among thieves and all of that. I'm sure we could always have Cock leave his Wartle behind to keep an eye on it. But speak your mind, Jamal, if you have any other ideas.
No, I got nothing, to be honest.
Do not worry. If this goes sideways, feel free to end me.
You say end me or enter me?
End me.
Okay. All right.
Let us head to the hangar bay. Hopefully, Cock got my message.
All right, you head down towards the hangar bay. Cock, you did get that message, but did you follow it?
Yep. Yeah, I take like a big double handful of salt and like a raccoon sprint out of the ship.
All right, you head back down, and you all meet up next to the giant Wartus.
Jason, was it?
You see the two men that Cock was speaking to earlier. You said Jace?
Yes.
That would be us, Jason Foley.
Yes. Ida allowed us to requisition the shuttle to go catch up to our ship.
Perfect. I'll pick one out just for you guys specially.
Thank you.
Any color in mind, or?
Do you have a bronze one?
We have a brown one.
Close enough.
All right, I'll go get it. He walks off somewhere. The other one just stands there smiling at Cock.
What did you do?
I'm feeding salt to my tortoise.
You ate those crackers?
Oh no, this is yours.
All this salt is from one cracker, right?
Ooh, could I have some? I love salt.
Yes, sir. I pour some into his hand.
Oh, I started licking it out of my hand.
Alright, your guys' orgasmic salt.
All right, eventually, one of Jace or Folly, you're not sure which one, you can see a smaller shuttle fly down from somewhere up above and land in front of you. Sort of dirty, rusty brown shuttle. He hops off. All right, who's the best pilot here?
That would be me.
All right, come over here and take a look at the controls. Hopefully you can handle this thing.
Head on over.
All right, you take a look. He basically just gives you a rundown of how to handle this version of the shuttle. Inside, there's not a lot of room. It's actually smaller than the shuttle that you guys took to get off Zolper Prime with Miss Wish. But with just the 4 of you, you shouldn't be that big of a problem.
We don't have 40 orcs with us.
No. All right, well, you guys know where you're headed? Jeez.
Yes. I assume Jazon gave me the information.
Yeah.
Yes. We have a heading. We'll meet you guys at your destination afterwards.
Oh, perfect. All right, well, Mr. Tortle, it was a pleasure meeting you.
You as well.
Are you going to be leaving your, he winks, Wartus with us?
Yes, the Wartis will make sure that the star is not damaged at all.
Perfect. And I will assist with that as well.
Fantastic. I blow him a kiss.
He catches it and puts it in his pocket.
All right, kids, we're going. Get in. Engine's going to start.
This is basically the spaceship version of a minivan, so everyone piles in, soccer mom style, as Erebus is
Turn on the
yelling
radio.
from... Yeah. It closes up,
Sweet old bag of rock.
and you guys start taking off.
Boy, am I glad I'm proficient in space vehicles now.
Yes, that is very helpful.
Immediately slam into the wall.
You'd start turning around. No.
I said I was our best pilot, not the best pilot.
Okay, so you guys begin heading in the direction that basically just back the way you came. They were already heading towards Big Toe, but you guys hopefully have enough fuel to make it to where you need to get to, assuming you can be faster than the Bronze Phoenix.
Do let Cheros know that we are coming and to start his liberation project.
Ayo, homie, if you're not out the cage yet, we coming.
You hear him say, Jade has approached us.
Good, that means the ship isn't flying. Keep her distracted. Once again, we still have some of this brainwave communication. My bad.
All right.
Is she just staring at you? Menacingly.
She's talking with Reinhardt.
If that bitch betrays us, I kid.
Okay, well, they're definitely taking us back to Elfir.
Yes, they are going back to Elfir.
Oh, you already knew that?
Sure.
Oh, are you talking to me or them? I can't tell. It's all just voices in my head, man.
No, I didn't know you were talking to us, because you didn't say whether you're talking in your head or not.
It's all these voices outside of my head.
Everyone's confused. Cock doesn't even know who he's talking to half the time. Alright, well, you guys continue on your journey and hope to get more updates from Cheros as that goes along. Before we wrap up, I want to do a little bit with Devon, because we have to make it a tradition every episode to get Devon in, even though he's dead. So, Devon, you find yourself floating, sort of a sparkling line of stars propel out in front of you, as if you're unintentionally surfing along in space. You breathe in, despite the sort of astral vacuum around you, and you're able to breathe like normal, and you can see the planets of the Omega Astria floating around with you, like you are also some sort of space rock just like them.
Man, these drugs are great.
You say that, and then the planet of Zolkor Prime sort of approaches you, this sort of gray stone planet, and it
Not this shit again.
it turns in your direction, and you can see a mouth and eyes on the planet, and you can hear, "Well, hey there, Devon. It's been a while, bud. How you been?"
Fuck off, Zokral Prime.
"Oh, come on, man. You left me in such a hurry, I didn't get a chance to thank you.
Thank me for what?
For what you did with the Nox Hollow orcs. If it weren't for you, who knows what Titan would have done with them."
No, probably would have killed them, considering they were getting rounded up to be killed.
Probably. But, you know, you didn't have to help him, but you did. 'Cause that's who you are, Devon. You're a hero. Broom or not. You need to remember that.
Yeah. It's hard to be a hero when you're, dead.
As you say that, another planet approaches. This one, a large green planet that you recognize as Megru 5.
Oh, fuck. This is a fucking family reunion?
Enough of the babying, he says. He says towards Zolkor Prime. "I'm just trying to be nice. The person you speak to is no hero. He is a traitor. To his people and to his family. The only thing he's ever saved is himself."
Get bent, loser. There's a fucking reason I haven't gone back to your dumb ass.
You're scared.
No, I'm scared? I'm scared of a little bitch planet like you? No, I don't think so.
The ring has made you weak, even more than you already were.
Okay. You know what's crazy, though? You know what's crazy? Megru? You know what's crazy, Megru? Come on, you know what's crazy? Answer the question. What, are you scared? Are you telling me I'm scared and you can't even answer a question? Man, it's almost like you're a little bitch. So answer the question. You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
I didn't ask. Fuck you.
It's always the childish games with you, Devon. You are no orc. You are not one of us.
I really couldn't care less what you think about me. I mean, I'm dead, so I don't know why you're picking now to pick a fucking battle with a dead man. It's almost like you didn't have the courage to do this when I was still alive.
Yeah, gee willikers.
And you keep telling me I'm scared. You keep telling me I'm scared, yet you can't answer questions and you won't confront me when I'm alive. How pitiful. How sad.
Kick a man when he's down, why don't you? And as that's said, and you sort of shunt off the aggressive nature from Megru 5, it explodes into a million tiny little pieces, and you wake up from whatever dream you were just having, once again in your bed in the city of Six.
Man. That was a good thing. I liked when the bitch planet blew up.
And you can hear a loud slam on the door, someone knocking. And you notice that Maddie's not here. Clearly she's left for the day already. There's no breakfast next to the bedside table, and the strange smell that you, when you first got here, has returned to the room. It's a pretty shitty way to wake up, but the dream was quite pleasant.
I will make sure that I'm properly attired, and then I shall answer the door.
Alright, you check to make sure you got enough clothes on, and you walk over. As you walk over, you open the door, and you see a hulking demon looming in front of you. Sickly shade of green skin, bulging muscles, spikes and scales all over, sort of a twisted, menacing snarl. And in his hand, with these large claws, you see a scroll sort of sealed with wax. It's a letter from Thena Brim.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you coming all this way to deliver it. Thank you very much, and I'll take the scroll.
He hands it to you. And the door closes.
I assume I have some sort of desk in the room, so I'll head over to the desk with the scroll on it and unravel it to see what Thena has to say.
Alright, you open it up. It's a pretty lengthy message. It says, Dear Devon and Maddie, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to invite you to a help group gathering that I am hosting at my office this morning. This group is for individuals who have been through rough experiences and are looking for a supportive environment to receive guidance and healing. I believe that both of you could benefit greatly from attending, as I know that you have both faced your fair share of challenges. The group will be led by myself and a few others, and I'm confident that if you find the time to attend, it will be a safe and nurturing space. The gathering will begin at 10 a.m. sharp and will be held at my office on the second floor of the building. Hopefully I see you both. Warmly, Thena.
What time is it?
You check over towards the sort of alarm clock next to your bed. It's about 9:45.
Alright, I'll just head over to that.
Alright, you place the scroll back on the desk. Make sure you look fine enough, and you head out the door. You walk all the way down the long stairs of your sort of apartment complex. The same thing you've done for the past almost week now. Every single day. You walk down the bustling street of the City of Souls. You gaze upon other prisoners running around. They seem to be headed in the same direction, somewhere near the main square park that you've walked by from time to time. There's a lot of commotion going on. So much so that another lost soul that you've actually probably spoken with this person a few times. It's an elf named Bren, and he stops walking and just like taps you, and he's like, "Oh, you're not coming to see Devon?"
There's a meeting that I was requested to attend to, so that's just where I'm heading right now.
Oh man, did you hear about what happened to the City of Sin? They blew the whole thing up.
What? The whole city and everyone in it?
The Kean, yeah, there was like this weird countdown that was going on, and apparently the Melkor ship just blew it up. The whole thing's gone. You gotta see this, man.
I would, but I'm in a hurry, and I'm sure that it will still be exploded once my meeting is over. So I'll be on the lookout. Thank you.
All right, so you walk past him, headed towards the meeting. A few of the prisoners that are like headed in that direction begin to like point up towards the sky, and as you you're walking and you look up, you can see the site of the Melkor, the flagship that you recognize, but now lowering down beside it, sort of coming from space down towards the planet, you can see another one of those sort of dark crystal ships approaching. But eventually you make it towards the office building where Thena works. You head inside, sort of your normal routine that you've been getting up to the past couple weeks. And you can hear people talking inside. You can hear some sort of party or gathering going on. And you approach towards where the offices are. And yeah, you can see this group of other prisoners you recognize, people that have probably been in the building around the same time you have been. A couple other therapists talking to their clients, but they're like, holding drinks, talking with each other. There's a sign up that says, "Thanks for coming," all that kind of stuff. You can see Thena not wearing her normal work sort of suit. She's wearing something more casual. And when she sees you, she runs over, gives you a big hug. "Oh, thank you so much. Where's Maddie?"
I was hoping that she'd be here. When I woke up this morning, she had already left.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to show up. There's a few people I wanted to introduce you to, if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. Always happy to introduce, hear some new people.
Yes, some of the people here are a bit stressed. We're trying to help them forget about all the noise this morning, but hopefully this will be okay.
Yeah, I heard they blew up the City of Sin. Do you know anything more about that?
Yeah, she sort of like stops, looks at you very seriously. Yes, things are moving quicker than I thought. Apparently, she's like trying to keep her voice down. Apparently, whatever they're building is complete, and they're getting ready to pull out completely. Everything's been torched, all the records.
Oh boy. I hope that doesn't bode poorly for us here. I mean, if they blow up that city, who knows? Maybe they get some ideas about here, too.
Exactly, and hopefully... Well, the main concern would be that they think that we would tell somebody about what they were doing, but they've been keeping it so secret, I don't know who we would tell. Hopefully they agree.
Well, and it wouldn't be any of us, so hopefully we'll be fine.
Yes. Perhaps there's more to this story, Devon. Perhaps the man that you saw head to the City of Sin, did you know anything about him?
It was a bit hard to gauge him because he was mute. I guess it's not best to make assumptions like this, but you assume that for someone to end up in a spot like that after being judged by a demon, that they must have been pretty fucked up in a previous life.
Yes. That's the thing. They were becoming less picky as time went on. City of Sin used to be a place for people who had done terrible things throughout their life to go and, take a certain level of punishment, but ultimately learn from their problems, the things that they'd done to people, and grow from it, and then eventually they would come here. But over the years that has changed. Not even over the years, really over the last couple weeks. And I don't know. I know that there are bad people there, but not everyone that has been taken there is truly evil. I just fear for the worst. Perhaps there is ulterior motive behind taking people to the City of Sin and then torching it.
No, for sure. There could be a lot of people in there that have some secrets that they don't want getting out or known to the masses, I suppose you could say.
Yes. And only time will tell if those things can affect the greater good of the galaxy.
Hey, one thing though, we kind of share is if they blow up this place, I don't think there's really anything we can do to stop it. So, we may as well live for the moment, enjoy what we have, and you said there were some people that you'd like to introduce me to, so why don't we just perhaps distract ourselves with some more good conversation?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Doc. And she sort of grabs your arm and leads you into the gathering, and you have a nice meeting. You meet some of her friends, like Susanna and Walter, who are other therapists at this sort of facility, and you just have a nice dinner into the night, and you and Athena become closer. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Alright, bye.
Ah! I'm going to bed, fuck!